Okay, so just so people understand what we're seeing here on the video, this is a passenger list from a ship that sailed to the United States, apparently.
Right.
And it has the name and then the age, so you can tell. Scroll back over a little bit. This says husband farmer.
Yeah, this column happens to be their profession or their... And then over here, this says... Interesting. This is Wisconsin. I'm not sure I can read that. Sometimes if we can't read it, we're able to just go down and mark it as unreadable.
Yeah.
Or mark the record or the field.
Okay.
But this happens to be Wisconsin, so this is probably, wow. You can see our challenge sometimes.
Yes,
and that's why we have 3 sets of eyes on it.
Yeah. So scroll back over a little bit here. No, so I can see this. Yeah. So what we have here is George Handrack.
Yes. Good job.
30 years old, husband.
So he'd be male.
And farmer.
And we don't have to extract that.
Okay. And then below that is Marie Handrack, who's 30. And wife. And then Joseph Handrack, who's 3. And apparently that's the son.
Yes.
And then Johann Handrack, which is, what, 9 months? And obviously baby.
Yes.
So that's the information you pull off of this original document and you enter into your database.
That's right.
Wow.
And this will be published online, and then anyone who happens to be related to a Wandrek, they'll search on that name and they would find this record. They could pull this up and see the original document. And the idea is maybe they know who George is, but they don't know who his family is.
Yeah.
So by going
See,
to this
I already
document,
flunked
they can
because
get
the first letter of the last name is a W and I pronounced it as an H. So I wouldn't be a very good set of eyes.
Well, it takes experience, as you get into it.
Yeah.
It begins to be part of you.
Yeah.
In fact, we are concerned sometimes because there's a word called, let's see, what do you call it when you get hooked on something?
Addicted.
Addicted.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Yeah.
And we have people who work this night and day. Of course, they don't have a whole lot else going. For seniors, it's a perfect way of, we have individuals who have lost a spouse or something, and this is an ideal way for them to serve because they're helping other people in the world, and it's a very positive thing.
Oh, this this is very fascinating. I'm not big into genealogy, but this is fascinating that they have these original documents from so long ago. Can you tell what year this document was created?
This document doesn't, but a lot of these ship records date back to the early 1900s, late 1800s.
Okay.
When a lot of people were migrating to the United States.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were telling me earlier that the LDS Church has contracted with several other major research organizations and libraries to obtain documents and have them be a part of this database.
Right.
Okay. And I have in my notes here, you're digitizing books from Salt Lake City, Brigham Young University, and Allen County in Indiana. And
other libraries around the world are realizing the value of this so that they can extend their collections to their patrons, and so more and more all the time people are jumping onto this digitizing internet bandwagon.
Isn't that just fascinating that we can do that nowadays?
It is fascinating. It's really a very positive sign of our times.
It is, and it just makes it so much easier for people who want to trace their origins back farther than we've ever been able to in some cases.
You bet. Now let me take you to another area. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to back out of this, and it's going to save this on this computer for me.
Okay.
Now, if I happen to go to Timbuktu and I can't get on the internet, if it's on my computer and I've taken my laptop with me, I can index it on the computer, and then when I can get to an internet, I can upload it.
Oh, okay.
And so I can download 10 batches to my computer and do it anywhere. It's interesting. We've got people who will do this at home in the morning while they're eating breakfast. Then they'll go to work, and they've had the approval of their boss to download the indexing software to their work computer. So when lunchtime comes, they just log in, and of course the database is on the church database, so they're able to download it and continue indexing for their lunch hour.
Oh,
I mean, that's
okay.
that's the extreme. That's the addictive side of it, probably. But you can see how it can become a real part of you.
Yeah.
And see, it says right up here, work offline, so we can select that.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of this, and if you watch here now, oh, it didn't. It's because usually it'll upload, but that was already there because I'd backed out.
Okay.
Now I want to go to another area and show you something that's fascinating. Now I'm into what we call family search, and we can actually load photos, and I'll show you that. I'm going to sign in. Now this is the same. I'm using the same username and password that I did on the other one. It's kind of a universal password that we have to get into all of these accounts now.
Okay.
Once we get one password, then we're set. And this again is available to anyone.
Yes, and that's what you were also saying earlier off camera, is that this is not just for the LDS church community. This is for everyone.
Yeah, the way we look at it, the church looks at, we are a worldwide family. We're all related when we get back far enough.
Right.
And so the more people who are involved, the more records we provide that others can gain the benefit from. And so this is why we make it available to everybody.
And the center here in Mesquite is open to the entire community. You don't have to be a member of the LDS church.
Nope.
Anybody is welcome.
And we won't baptize them when they come.
Okay.
That's another issue. So yeah, that's kind of our approach. You know, we want people to feel comfortable, whatever their faith, and just dig in and learn about their family.
Okay, and I'll include the hours of operation in the article that I write. So.
Very good.
Okay.